Hello, Future Millionaire. I'm trying to make a video today between two meetings, so let's see how this goes. This particular video is actually targeting people who have questions regarding the difference between performance in Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. Because a lot of people thinking just because I believe Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash will come one-to-one in the foreseeable future, it doesn't mean that it's happening overnight. So I want to go into detail about this and give all the people who are brand new to the crypto space something to think about. Okay, I'm not saying this is exactly how it's going to happen right now, but I want you to travel back in time with me, because now we're doing time travel and it's not that difficult, because all you have to do is pull up a chart and do what I'm telling you to check and then see what I'm telling you is true or false. Okay, I'm doing everything out of memory, so I don't have any script, I don't have a screen in front of me, I can't even see the prices. Out of my memory, I'm telling you this. Please travel back in time with me. So it goes like this. Look at the way how Bitcoin Cash was behaving in the first half of this year, 2021. Just look at the ratio between Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin. So at one point in time, Bitcoin was trading at more than 100 times of Bitcoin Cash, if I remember right. And at one point in time, right after that, the price actually went to 30 to 35 Bitcoin Cash for one Bitcoin. So what does that mean? It means simply that a lot of people who switched from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, when the ratio is in favor of Bitcoin Cash, not only participate in the price increase in Bitcoin, but they also increase in the ratio between Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, which means during that period of time, they outperformed. From the time they traded in the Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash at 100 to 1 to all the way to 30 to 1. That means even if Bitcoin Cash, in this case Bitcoin itself did go up, but Bitcoin Cash went up more percentage-wise. So not too long ago, if you are smart, if you look at the long-term correlation between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and you switch from BTC to BCH, at anywhere between 70 to 1 to 100, let's say 110 to 1, in this price range. If you switch over from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, temporarily, right after you switch over, you didn't make money. However, if you held on to it, let the market force take over, because they are connected to each other, these two coins, via the mining equipment, via the entirety of the ecosystem. These two ecosystems are interwoven with each other. I will talk about that in a minute, but right now I want you to focus on the price, because a lot of people are asking me, you are predicting Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash become 1-to-1. Therefore, I bought Bitcoin Cash, and right now, Bitcoin has done better than Bitcoin Cash. What should I be doing? Am I wrong? No, you are looking at the too small of a time frame. That's the reason I want you to travel backwards in time with me. First, to the beginning of the year, to look at what people have done in similar circumstances right now, because right now our exchange rate between Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash is almost 100 to 1 again. This means anybody who made money in the last move, just remember that. Those people have memories. You might not have participated in the last one, but a lot of people did participate in the last rally. So those people who traded in their Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash at around 50, 60, 70, all the way to 100 to 1, and if did that trade and held on to it, they would have made money by May of this year by exchanging them back to a 30 to 1, 35 to 1. And I'm not asking you to do that, but I want you to understand that those indications are great entry point for somebody who wants to get into the Bitcoin Cash space. So right now we're almost at 100 to 1 for one Bitcoin to one Bitcoin Cash, which means for a new entry person, let's say somebody who made money from Dogecoin or somebody who made money from Axie Infinity, you both understand those are trendy coins, has certain utilities. Actually, Axie has more utility than Doge. And then now people made money from Shiba Inu. Maybe next comes Baby Doge. Who knows? There's like 50 different clones of Dogecoin. You can just keep going. Who knows? But any of those people who made money in those coins, they are going to switch back to a store of value coin. I always tell everybody, remember, there are only 3 store of value coin in the market. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. That is the cashier in the casino. That's when people cash out the games and want to hold on to the money. That is what they cash in. This is the reason recently other coins are dropping, but Bitcoin is going up, because they're cashing out the other games. This is the entire setup of the crypto space. It is exceedingly simple if you want to look at a holistic way, okay? So we have a giant casino, it's called a crypto casino. In the casino game, there's thousands of different games, different tables playing different games, but ultimately there's only 3 cashiers standing ready for you to cash out. One is Bitcoin, one is Ethereum, one is Bitcoin Cash. Now, a lot of people have rushed the window of Bitcoin to cash out. But because Bitcoin Cash is on the backside of the same cashier, a lot of people don't see that. But Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash share the same storage area for the money. So ultimately, people will realize, okay, the queue for Bitcoin is too long, and at Bitcoin Cash cashier window, I can cash in my chips at a much better rate. It's almost like 2 money exchanges next to each other. One guy give you a good rate, another guy give you a less good rate, but another guy who doesn't give you a good rate actually is getting more business. It doesn't make any sense, right? But in reality, it's because we're not well informed. Most people don't understand this analogy yet, but don't worry, my channel is there for you to understand this analogy. With my almost 30 years experience in different markets, I dare to say I understand this in the most simplistic way, better and easier and faster than anybody else, just like Bitcoin Cash. So I want you to understand that if you cash out your Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash, or cash out Shiba Inu for Bitcoin Cash, or your Dogecoin, or your Axie Infinity, all those coins, when you finish playing those games, you want to cash out. You can only cash out in these 3 windows. So which one are you going to choose? Think carefully. Yeah. Now the exchange rate between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash is almost 100 to 1. And you look at the historical record, the only logical decision, if you are a logical person, if you are able to look backwards, which you should be able to do as an investor, then you have to look at the outcome. The outcome last time somebody in a similar setup, what did they do? Anybody who checked into the cashier window of Bitcoin Cash has made more money. In fact, up to 3 times more money than those people who cash out the chips at the Bitcoin window. And now, why is Bitcoin going up faster than everybody else? By the way, that's not surprising, because Bitcoin is ultimately the ultimate store of value in the modern society. I have never dished on BTC. You have to understand this. A lot of people in the Bitcoin Cash camp dishing on BTC, saying it's slow, it's not flexible, and so on and so on. I don't, because I see a great value proposal in BTC space, just like I see a great value proposal in the Ethereum space. They have different functionalities. Bitcoin is the ultimate store of value, which means you just buy it, hold it, don't do anything with it, and wait for someone else to come and pay you more for what you already own. Similar like prime land. You're not developing anything on top. But Bitcoin Cash is the new version of the Bitcoin that is unencumbered. The only thing that's holding it back from running away is reputation. Other than that, also the lack of information to most people. Just like, I give you a very direct example. Brandon, the guy I want to travel to Bitcoin Cash City with, he's been in the crypto now for 2-3 months, I reckon. And he didn't even know anything about Bitcoin Cash. He knows about Bitcoin, he knows about Ethereum, but Bitcoin Cash is not on his radar screen. Probably because the trading has been difficult, or the volume is not sufficient, or the people who teach him trading, which is not me, by the way, may have a bias against Bitcoin Cash. That's all possible. But the key is he represents the untapped potential. But once I met him in person and explained to him the fundamentals behind the 2 coins, he said outright, straight away, say, okay, I didn't know this. Once I know the information, it makes total sense to invest in Bitcoin Cash. Let me just rephrase one more time what I told Brandon within the first 5 minutes about Bitcoin Cash. I'm telling everybody again, for those particularly who are new to my channel, welcome. Just remember, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash come from the same origin. It's invented by the same person, Satoshi Nakamoto. And Satoshi Nakamoto is nature, is Mother Nature, who given us the gift of the invention of Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin and other version of Bitcoin. But ultimately it's modeled like a virus, which means this virus is not evolve, survive, adapt, continue to spread. So what we have here is the ultimate money, the natural money, the universal money, the money blessed by the universe. So there are different versions of that. So BTC's functionality is simple. You buy it, hold it, do nothing else. But the Bitcoin Cash functionality is different. It expands on the original idea, does not have a real cap on the capacity of processing, and still use exactly the same mining equipment as envisioned by Satoshi Nakamoto, which means anytime it is profitable to mine Bitcoin Cash, then those computers, those mining farms in the world that you see, thousands of small boxes that humming alone, making a lot of noise, consuming a lot of electricity, relatively speaking, and then when those machines wants to mine Bitcoin, they also could at the same time mine Bitcoin Cash. And all you need is the price, performance price compared to the energy cost. If it makes more sense to mine Bitcoin Cash, then those machines will switch over to mine Bitcoin Cash. It's just a matter of the software switch. There's nothing else needs to be done. It can be happening on a second-to-second basis if you choose to. So that means the entire security facility for Bitcoin is completely valid and available to Bitcoin Cash. Just remember, providing security via mining is a voluntary business. This is a voluntary activity. Nobody forces anybody to mine Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. The only incentive they receive is by market forces. So if I'm a mining company, I invest $100 million into equipment, I relocate it from China to Iceland, let's say, or to Canada, and my cost has been $40–50 million a month to run this whole operation. Imagine it's a huge mining farm, and then you have to make money out of the mining equipment, and the only way you can do that is by mining either Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. That's the only two things you can mine, because those machines are specialized machines. They cannot just randomly mine whatever you want. Otherwise, they are not that efficient. So keep all that in mind. Once you understand that, it means basically it all depends on the global adoption, also depends on who else is using Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash for what functionality. So now back to the price, because ultimately you only care about the price. I understand. Now I asked you to travel back in time for a few months. Now I want you to travel back in time few more months. In fact, I want you to go back all the way, look at the long-term 10-year chart of Bitcoin, BTC chart, before 2017. Because before 2017 there was no BCH. So before 2017, from 2009 to 2017, you look at the chart of Bitcoin chart, what do you see? Do you see a 145-degree straight line from 1 cent to 20,000? You didn't, right? You don't see that. That is not how market looks like. You see a spike, then retrace, 90% sometimes, then spike, retrace, spike, retrace. This is how a real market looks like a wave in nature. It's like you go to the ocean, observe the waves, you're going to observe similar patterns. So the same thing is applying right now very naturally to Bitcoin Cash. When I tell everybody Bitcoin Cash will be trading at $500,000 Bitcoin Cash in 2025, I have never ever told anybody the price will go 45 degrees up from wherever I said the price will be, and all the way up to $500,000 every day, just up consistently 0 point something percent until we reach that point. This is not how markets look like. No market ever look like that. You have the flow of energy in the market, you have the participation of the people, but most important, you have emotional attachment. Most of the people trading crypto are completely emotionally attached. Just like you are watching my channel, you are to a certain degree also emotionally attached to me. And it's the reality. If I'm that bad, you wouldn't be watching me, therefore you wouldn't be emotionally attached to me. But I want to detach yourself from that emotion. Understand that the long-term price movement of those assets are not depending, absolutely not depending on your personal view. It depends on the world's view. Always remember, nobody who knows who you are, but everybody knows who everyone else is. It means you have to look at the market from a holistic perspective. So for Bitcoin Cash to go to $500,000, what must happen? There must be a lot of people coming to the market to buy, right? That's the first thing we've got to agree on. A lot of people has to come in the market to buy the coin in the future. Is that a given? That's the first question to ask yourself. Do we still have enough people in the market left to buy Bitcoin Cash? And the answer is clearly yes, because so many people don't even know Bitcoin Cash exists, and most people, when they get into crypto, they buy Bitcoin, or they want to get rich quick, so they go find the fastest coin, growth coin of the week, which is Shiba Inu right now, so they put money to Shiba Inu. But actually, everything I just explained in the last 10 plus minutes, how many people in the world actually understand what I said? Think about it. I didn't say anything fundamentally difficult things to understand, but how many people actually paid attention to what I told you about? So in the moment you're watching my video, you are actually ahead of the game. This is the biggest problem you have. You feel lonely. You feel lonely in your view. You don't get enough vindication of other people. You don't have enough people around you say, patting on your back, say, hey, well done, you found the greatest coin of all time. Guess when that will happen? I tell you sincerely where that will happen. That will happen when we're at $500,000, at $1 million, at $2 million, $5 million. The higher the price of Bitcoin Cash goes, the more people are going to come to you and say, hey, you genius, you found the greatest coin of all time. I pat you on your back. You must be master guru investor, and so on. Nobody will pat on your back when the price is at $500, $400, $300, $100. Do you know what price I paid for my lowest price I ever paid for Bitcoin Cash? I paid only $75 for my Bitcoin Cash. And that is after I started buying Bitcoin Cash and the price went against me by almost 85%. I was still buying because fundamentally it was justified to buy because I know the future, how it would be like. So it's not that hard to know the future actually. This is what I'm teaching Brandon going forward because he has the prerequisite. Unfortunately, I cannot teach you because I don't know you. Also, to be able to time travel in your mind, you must have a special abilities. Prepare yourself for years and years for that. Brandon has done it, but we can share with you from our perspective, me and Brandon, how this thing will behave in the mind, how he can prepare himself for time travel. He's literally the first person I met so far who has the potential to learn how to time travel properly. Corey still needs a lot of training. Corey is another great potential, but Corey is about 10 years ahead most of his people in his class, in his age, but he needs to be 20 years ahead to be able to start to the basic time travel. And he knows that, therefore he's studying every single day. So I want you to understand, behind this YouTube channel, behind my face, there's a lot of things going on I can't share with you. Educating people is one thing, sharing my experience another thing, guiding the timeline is another thing, improve my own personal setting so that I can go continue with my journey. I have a very long journey ahead of me. I'm going to live to 111 years. So I have a lot of things in my life I need to accomplish. And all this is invisible to most people. But what is visible to you is somebody out there like me who you can truly trust. Why do you can trust me? Because look at my track record. And a lot of people write nonsense about me saying that I didn't make money in my investment. And they ignore facts. My entire journey in Bitcoin Cash space, the crypto space, has been documented from day one. From the time I was a skeptic to the time I was timing the perfect top in 2017 to the time I started getting into Bitcoin Cash to now, my journey has been completely documented. It's impossible to falsify my journey. Therefore, I let you be the judge. Am I somebody you can trust? Am I somebody you can believe? Am I somebody you can follow? And if the answer is yes to all those three, then I have good news for you because my channel will get even bigger, much, much bigger. It is not just about money anymore. It is about proper self-improvement so you actually can do something with the money. And the reason why I want to teach you guys to be a better man is because once you made money, imagine in 2025, you have $500,000 for every coin you own. Do you know the biggest problem you have? You don't know that problem yet, but let me tell you right away what is your biggest problem. Your biggest problem in 2025 is if you are not a complete person, if you didn't educate yourself, you didn't train yourself, prepare yourself emotionally, financially, physically for that event to happen, to be a multimillionaire, to be 100 millionaire, then you're going to do stupid mistakes with the money because money is power, money is energy. Giving a fool a lot of energy, the fool will just make himself a bigger fool. Give a hero a lot of energy and power, the hero is going to accomplish crazy, amazing things for humanity. So this channel will guide you not only to make the money, creating the power and retain the power for yourself. More importantly, I want you to be able to wield that power and to be a superhero in your own right and do something great for the mankind. That is my ultimate goal. All right. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and understanding that traveling back in time is not difficult. Look back in the history how Bitcoin Cash has traded compared to Bitcoin. You know now why I'm so confident of the price going forward, why now is a good time. You should be switching as many crypto as you have, as many fiat currency you have into Bitcoin Cash, because everything's getting ready for the ratio to turn. When the ratio turns, suddenly out of nowhere, Bitcoin Cash is running away from Bitcoin. And then people are going to look for reasons, statistics, and all the other things. But in reality, this is all part of a natural progression of prices. And the only thing that happens, someone like me comes in and guides you along the way. I don't determine the price, as you know. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. That's the only difference. So take advantage of that, and do the most with the money you have, and be the best of yourself. All right. Thank you very much for watching this one. Have a great day. See you in the next one.